If you don't know what stress is on this job, there's something wrong with you.
I'm a little meaty, a pot short and stout.
Good.
I mean, we had planned on running cables all the way up and around, but instead we were able to shoot underneath. Our internet is all underneath the stadium seating. This is amazing. A lot shorter runs of cable. It's higher quality video because we're not running as much. The only thing we had to do was we had to split it up because we needed an extra length of cable, so I had to recalibrate 2 cables this morning. But right now, high-speed internet's working. We're broadcasting to Hastings College right now. It's just amazing.
But that first night when we walked in there and we were all dressed up and everybody had their press passes and we all knew exactly what we had to do to get everything pulled off, that was a pretty electric feeling, I think, you know, knowing that, I mean, this is women's national basketball, you know. It was big. It was big.
How I felt when we hit the broadcast button was I'd better practice getting used to saying, "Do you want fries with that?" I thought, here goes my job. You know, I have laid my professional career on the line, and I'm so toast. I have never had a migraine like that in my life, because it was, I mean, at that point, you are putting it all up to intangibles, things you can't control. And you've laid your professional reputation and your career and your students' professional reputation and their careers and the college's reputation and the president's reputation. It's all out there on the line. And Hastings residents aren't going to understand if it looks bad or if it doesn't work. KFKX viewers aren't going to understand. They're just going to say, well, it doesn't work.
What you guys just did. Had lots of fun. You pulled off 3 live broadcasts. Not only 3 live broadcasts for radio, television, and the web, but you did it from Sioux City, Iowa, 200 and some miles away from Hastings, Nebraska. You realize that?
The reality was sitting in that we actually did this. I think the crew and the reporters were so focused on the task at hand during the tournament that they lost sight of the enormous event that they were covering and the monumental event that they were covering, not only for the national tournament for our women's team, but for us as a department in media. It truly gave our students a taste of what our department's capabilities and capacities are. It's priceless. It's a teaching environment that not everyone has.
You guys ought to know that it is a privilege to work with a group of students like you guys. We may be at each other's throats sometimes. That goes along with stress, but you guys have been a privilege to work with.
We had just completed probably one of the first ever, if not the first ever, one of the first fully converged things for a college. For us, it was like, wow, we just did this. I mean, we're just like, I mean, 3 weeks ago we were putting on a game maybe 200 yards from our main building, and now we were 4 hours away, putting something up through an internet line to the world. Would I go along for another one? Without a doubt. It would be a 100% honor to do this all over again. And I would do the same thing I did this time. I would drop everything and go right to it.
One, two, three, converged!